Hey all, here at OS Reviews. You're watching our hands-on review of the Ghostek Rapture. These are a pair of wireless Bluetooth headphones that sells for about $150, which makes it more of a premium headset than a low-cost version. It works, of course, with any smartphone, tablet, computer, and you can even plug in a cable 3.5 millimeters if you don't want to use Bluetooth. Now, what's unique about the Raptures is Ghostek claims these are the only Bluetooth headphones on the market that's using graphene drivers coming in at 40 millimeters, and that promises to pack more punch in the lower frequencies for bass and create more immersive sound. The packaging here looks very well constructed. You can see this is what it looks like. It does have a microphone, which means you can use it to answer phone calls with an Android, iPhone, or Windows device, and it folds up for easy transportation. It can connect up to 2 devices at the same time. In the packaging, we also have a auxiliary cable and micro USB cable for charging. It charges up in under 2 hours, and one of the selling points of the Ghostek Rapture is the battery life. It will last you for 24 hours of continuous audio playback before you need to recharge it again. That's outstanding for Bluetooth headphones, even for larger ones like these. The typical average is closer to 12 or 13 hours, so this will almost get you double the battery life before you need to recharge them. It's excellent because Bluetooth headphones and battery life has traditionally been a pain point, especially on true wireless headphones, because you have to consistently charge them, just like with a modern day smartphone. There's also an included soft carrying pouch, but there is no hard shell case in the packaging. Before we dive into the design, let's do a quick size comparison with other popular Bluetooth headphones on the market. So over here we have the Bluetooth Turbine series. This one is much less expensive. It retails for under $40 versus, again, $150. But sound quality on here, as well as build, isn't quite as strong as what Ghostek is offering as more of a premium alternative, of course. But you can see that in terms of overall dimensions, very similar, and the weight is also about the same. They both have metal as well as soft touch rubber for the construction. And another pair of headphones we reviewed recently, these are the One More triple driver over-ear headphones, also very similar, especially when they're both folded down. These are more meant as hi-fi headphones. It sells for about the same cost, but these don't have Bluetooth built in. So taking a closer look at the design first, it is pretty striking, not in terms of the color scheme, but really just how minimalistic they went with the aesthetic. We have an exceptionally clean looking band that runs all the way through, attached to these ear cushions, and it gives you a little bit of rotation as well, which means it's quite comfortable when you're wearing them. We have these very delicate chamfered edges, and the entire thing just feels incredibly premium, as it should at this price. It's made out of this very rigid aluminum, and you can fold it up like this for easier transportation. There are dedicated volume keys as well as a power key, and a really unique feature is these LED lights. I can very quickly tell you the status of the battery life remaining. I haven't seen that on any other headphones, and it's a pretty nice touch. Over here there's also a multifunction key that you can tap to play or pause the music, and also skip tracks and answer or reject phone calls. The band itself does not physically move up and down if you want to adjust the size of the headband. Instead, it basically goes up and down on this sliding mechanical lever built into the side of the band. Moving to performance, I was definitely pleased with the Ghostek Rapture. To clarify, the graphene drivers are based on technology that exists primarily on in-ear style headphones, such as the Xiaomi Piston 3, which sound excellent and deliver very crisp sounding audio, by the way. But they've never been used on larger headphones such as these. And in terms of the sound profile, it doesn't necessarily create the most bass as I originally anticipated. Instead, it creates a very mixed and evenly distributed sound. So if you're listening to an orchestra, for instance, the mids, the lows, and the highs all sound fairly evenly matched, and it's a very precise sounding pair of headphones. It definitely delivers on that HD or high-res audio claim. So if you're listening to high fidelity tracks, you'll definitely be able to pick up on lots of nuances in the music that you probably maybe even missed in terms of listening with less expensive headphones. Overall, it still packs a punch in terms of bass, but it's just not the most bass heavy headphones in the world. When it comes to comfort, I was also fairly pleased with these headphones. Again, they have these on-ear style cushions, which you can comfortably wear in my testing for hours at a time without noticing any stress or strain. The only thing is if you wear glasses, you have to take them off before you put them on, just because otherwise it applies a little bit of pressure behind your ears. However, as a whole, I felt that the foam that they're using here is actually pretty good in terms of not sealing in too much heat. So again, it makes the overall experience feel comfortable, and at the same time I was surprised because it doesn't leak as much sound as I feared it would. Traditionally, over-ear style headphones that are kind of studio-like in nature seem to intuitively have a better seal. Finally, I'll talk a little bit about the microphone quality. I was also fairly pleased there. When I did a few sample phone calls, my caller said that I sounded loud and clean sounding. Some final remarks about the Bluetooth. The connection range seems to be pretty good, and it's quite stable. It never disconnected on me, and the battery performance is indeed excellent. Again, I got pretty much close to 24 hours before I needed to recharge these again. Otherwise, the audio latency is next to none, so that's a pretty big deal, and it's a nice upgrade compared to cheaper headphones, Bluetooth headphones, where oftentimes the audio won't sync up correctly with videos. It offers a very clean design with solid sound and incredible battery life at a cost that rivals other expensive high-fidelity headphones on the market. With that being said, minor quirks may include the on-ear style design as opposed to a more traditional and conservative over-ear pad, which may seal in a little bit of extra sound and might be slightly more comfortable depending on if you wear glasses and your preferences. But overall, I still found them to be quite comfortable. So that's been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews. Overall, I would say these are excellent Bluetooth headphones. If you're willing to shell out a little bit more for an upgrade compared to most headsets that you'll see on the market. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews. This has been the Ghostek Rapture